Remember Pac-Man? Donkey Kong? Popeye? Donkey Kong Jr.? Now there's a new kid on the block and he's taking all the best bits from these and more and amalgamated them into one frantic arcade game called Donut Dodo. Donut Dodo is a 2D retro arcade platform game trying to emulate the arcade classics of the 80s. You are a baker called Billy Burns. Donut Dodo has scattered his donuts throughout each level and you are tasked with collecting them. Be careful though, his band of minions are on the prowl and will do everything possible to stand in your way. I think a good arcade game has to have bold, colourful graphics, captivating soundtracks and fast, addictive gameplay. Donut Dodo has all of these and more. Although the graphics are not detailed in any way, they manage to capture that arcade feel and the colours just scream at you. Animations are very smooth and it's a joy to watch Billy Burns run around the levels, jumping, climbing and generally avoiding everything that is trying to kill him. The chip-tuned soundtrack is so good and a wonderful tribute to bygone arcade games. I would even say the tunes in Donut Dodo are some of the best I've ever heard. Just listen to this. When I first played the game and listened to the intro to the first level, I instantly smiled. I just knew that then this game was going to be a different class. Every level has a superbly crafted intro and the hypersonic beats continue throughout the level, maintaining a breakneck speed and keeping excitement levels to the max. None of this would matter without nicely designed levels, but I'm pleased to say Pixel Games have managed to construct some fiendishly difficult stages. Practice makes perfect, and like all good arcade games, you will learn things after each try. Most enemies have a set pattern, so you'll discover where you can wait safely, for example. In some levels there is an enemy affectionately nicknamed Stinky that will chase you down or follow you around. The toilet-like character seems to be quite intelligent and sometimes jumps over gaps or falls through them depending on where you are. This makes it a really exciting game of cat and mouse, and you need to know where your exits and escape routes are to avoid him. Once Stinky starts moving, he won't change direction, so you can trick him into going one way whilst you escape another way, which feels very rewarding. Of course, whilst you're dealing with the enemies, you also have Donut Dodo raining down projectiles from above and spitting them out in your direction. At times you need two pairs of eyes and good peripheral vision and timing to avoid the obstacles. Some enemies like Sniffy, the small cat-like creature, and the fireball can be jumped over, but others cannot. Some travel down ladders, whilst others go off screen and return the other side. There's so many things to think about. Levels get more difficult as you progress, with some tricky platforming elements, climbing on vines, timing jumps on and off the Ferris wheel, and navigating small areas with jump hazards and quick transport routes, which need careful timing and consideration. I like the fact that you can control Billy in mid-air, which often helps avoid enemies and obtain out-of-reach donuts. You can even jump onto ladders, although be careful, as once you ascend or descend on a ladder, you cannot change direction and are committed. There is a bonus level after the fourth level, and then the game repeats, but even faster, with the addition of a new enemy called Winky, replicating one of the ghosts from Pac-Man. To get a decent score, you really need to collect the donuts in order. Each time a donut flashes, it offers a combo bonus. The more flashing donuts you collect in a row, the bigger the bonus. The donuts flash in a completely random fashion on each try, so you cannot learn the patterns and must react differently each time. Sometimes the pattern is kind to you and they are close together, whilst other times you seem to be going from one end to the other. If you collect a donut which isn't flashing, it resets your combo. The donuts are cleverly situated above your head or out of the way, so there's no danger of running into them by accident. But if you're going for the bonuses, you have to be very careful when you jump over enemies, in case you collect a non-flashing donut by accident. Going for the flashing donuts makes it more difficult, but it certainly elevates the excitement level, with some very close scrapes and death-defying feats of escape sometimes. Of course, you can just collect donuts in whatever order you like, but considering that you gain an extra life every 15,000 points, it's worth going for them. Each level has a timer of 9,000 points, which reduces as you're playing. Completing the level in the fastest time possible will reward you with a larger bonus. There is an arcade type scoreboard where you enter your 3 initials when achieving a high score. There is a scoreboard for each of the 3 difficulty levels, but the global leaderboard can only be accessed through Steam currently. It would certainly be nice to see online leaderboards of some description in the game. There are fruits which appear whilst you're playing, and like Pac-Man, they gradually increase in score. They don't stay on the screen very long and are often the cause of your demise, but collecting them does reap the rewards. The game is surprisingly challenging, but it does it in such a way that you always think you can do better, and therefore the loop of trying and trying again begins. After 8 hours of playing, I still haven't got past the easy medium level, but I've got very close, so it certainly isn't easy. It's a shame that the other difficulty levels are locked. The only way of playing them is to complete them in order, and this may well mean that you won't be able to play the medium hard and fastest sugar rush levels. It would also be nice if you could continue from the point where you left off with a score reset, and this would give you the opportunity of seeing the other difficulty levels and being able to register a score on each leaderboard. I just cannot get over how good Donut Dodo is. If you sat down and designed the perfect arcade game, taking into account all the best features of other classics, then Donut Dodo just about nails it. This arcade masterpiece is incredibly addictive, but it also manages to provide a stern challenge. Never frustrating, defeating or annoying, it is just pure arcade fun, and everything is incredibly polished and beautifully retro. If this had come out in the arcades in the 80s, it would most certainly be regarded as a classic. Donut Dodo manages to incorporate the best parts of many arcade classics, amalgamating them into a mishmash of pure joy. It is one of the best arcade games I have played in a very long time. It captures the essence of 80s arcade games with perfect precision. I absolutely loved it, and I'm hoping they bring out more games in this vein, as there just aren't enough of them on Steam. Well, that's it for another review. My next review will be for Born Punk, a cyberpunk point-and-click adventure, out on the 18th of June. If you want to be notified of that review and others, please click the notification bell, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe so that I can make more. It really does make a difference. Thanks, and see you soon.